Hello students, I am going to continue with the chapter complex numbers of 11th standard, exercise 1.3 and question number 3. So we are given that is z is equals to 3 plus 5i, then represent z, conjugate of z, minus z and minus z conjugate in Argand diagram. So to draw the any number that is complex number in Argand diagram, just we need the coordinates. So first we are given that is z, that is 3 plus 5i. So we can write its coordinate like this way, that is 3 comma 5. And after that we have to find out the conjugate of z. So to find the conjugate, so all of you know that is just we have to find, you have to change the sign of the imaginary number. So this plus 5 becomes minus 5, and so the coordinates are 3 and minus 5. After that we want this minus z. So this z, we have to draw this minus sign we have to put this minus sign in front of this given number. So just sign get changed, that is minus 3 and minus 5. So the coordinates are minus 3 and minus 5. And after that we have to take the conjugate of this minus z. So this one is the minus z. And so here this minus sign is as it is, and just to find the conjugate, just we change the sign of the imaginary number. So this minus 5 becomes plus 5. So here we get minus 3 and 5. And now we have to represent all these four numbers in Argand diagram. So what is actually Argand diagram? Just we have to draw this x-axis and y-axis. There is no need to draw it on the graph paper. You can draw it in your notebook also. So just take the 1 centimeter distances, 1, 2, 3. I write this number because all the x coordinates are 3 or minus 3. So on x-axis and y-axis I just put down these numbers or taking 1 centimeter as a distance. So the first number is 3, 5. So all both the coordinates are positive. So it lies in the first quadrant. So this 3 and this one is 5. So my first point is z, that is 3, 5. Now the second one is 3 and minus 5. So plus and minus 5. So this point lies in the fourth quadrant. So 3 and minus 5. So this one is 3 and minus 5. So the point is that is 3 and minus 5. Now the third one, minus 3 minus 5. So it lies in the third quadrant. So minus 3 and minus 5. And the last one, that is minus 3 and 5. So it lies in the second quadrant. So minus 3 and 5. And just you have to join all these numbers from this origin. So origin to this one is the first point. Just take your scale and join these points with this origin. So this is nothing but the Argand diagram. So it's very simple. Now we start with the question number 4 from exercise 1.3. So the question is, express the complex number in polar form and in exponential form. So we have to express complex numbers in the polar form. So before going to start with, just we have to know what is the polar form. So whenever we are given the, just I am going to revise this, whenever we are given the complex number in the form of a plus bi, in polar form there is a presence of r and theta. So the polar form generally is denoted by z is equals to r cos theta plus I sin theta. It is the formula for the polar form of the complex number r in bracket cos theta plus I sin theta. So how we can find out this r? So the formula for I is nothing but the magnitude of z, which is denoted by root a square plus b square. And how we find out this theta? Theta, the formula for theta is tan inverse b upon a. If we have to denote it by the Argand diagram, so see how we can draw it. So suppose this is a point z, that is a plus bi. The distance of the distance between the origin and this point, that is a comma b. Already I told you how to draw this Argand diagram. Suppose this one is the point you are given. The coordinates are a and b. Suppose this point is here, and this distance between this point and the origin is nothing but the r, and the angle made by this line with the positive x-axis is nothing but the theta. So this one is all about the polar form, and exponential form is given by this formula. Just we have to keep in mind this formula, that is z is equals to r into e raised to I theta. So this is the formula for exponential form. Z is equals to r into e raised to I theta. So we start with the first example. So z is equals to minus 1 plus root 3i. So first we have to compare it with the standard form of the complex number, that is a plus bi. So the value of a is minus 1 and b is root 3. So here point we got, that is minus 1 and root 3. Minus 1 and root 3. So this is the point. So first we are going to find out the r. So the formula for r I already given you. That is nothing but the magnitude of z, that is a square root a square plus b square. So minus 1 square plus root 3 square, that is 1 plus 3 root 4, and so the value of r is 2. Now we have to find out the theta. So it is the most important part. So theta, the formula to find out the theta is nothing but tan inverse of b upon a. And so tan inverse is root 3 upon minus 1. So see, that is there is a minus sign. So here we got that is a minus of root 3. And you know that is the tan of minus theta is minus of tan theta. So we can write this minus sign in front of tan. So theta is equals to minus of tan inverse root 3. And now you have to write down this like this way, that is theta is equals to tan inverse of minus tan inverse of root 3, means we're taking this tan to this side, so we'll get tan theta is equals to minus root 3. See, this angle is negative, so we have to convert it into positive forms. So first we have to find out the which angle of tan having the value root 3. So tan theta is equals to minus of tan 60. That is tan 60 is nothing but the root 3, or 60 is in the degree form. We have to convert it into radian form. So we can write that is minus tan pi by 3. 60 means pi by 3. So here we get that is tan theta is equals to minus tan pi by 3. Though first we have to convert this minus into positive form. So we draw the figure again. We already learned it in the trigonometric functions. So this one is 0, pi by 2, pi. This one is 3 pi by 2. This is first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. So all of you, that is all ratios are positive in the first. In second, that is sine cosec, tan cot and cos sec. All students take coffee. So you already learn all about this. So my point is minus 1 and root 3. So here I already found that is minus 1 and root 3. So this point lies in second quadrant, because first x coordinate is minus and second one is positive. So this point lies in the second quadrant. So my point is here. So to denote this point, how we can write? So you know that is this one is angle is, that is pi. So we can write this point, or we can denote this point like this way, that is pi minus theta, because after this quadrant we get this pi. So to denote this point we can represent it like that is pi minus theta, and or we can write it that is pi by 2 plus theta. So anyone we can take. So just I'm going to take that is pi minus theta. So we convert this point in the positive form like this way, that is tan of, we have to convert this, that is we have to write down this pi by 3 like this way, that is pi minus theta. So pi is as it is and my theta is pi by 3, and this minus sign get converted into positive form. So pi minus pi by 3, tan theta is equals to tan of, just taking the LCM we get 2 pi upon 3, and so this tan get cancelled, the theta is 2 pi upon 3. So this is all about, that is we find that is r and theta. Now we have to write down the polar form. So you know the formula of polar form of z, r into bracket cos theta plus I sin theta. So z is equals to r is 2, we already find this value, and theta is 2 pi by 3, cos 2 by 3 plus I into sin 2 pi by 3. So this is the answer of the polar form of this number. And similarly we have to find out the exponential form also. So the exponential form is given by z is equals to r into e raised to I theta. So z is equals to the value of r is that is 2. Here also I write that is 2, and e raised to what is this value of theta is, just now we find that is 2 pi by 3. So 2 pi by 3, and this I is as it is. So this is the simple answer of the exponential form. So similarly, we have to solve the all examples from this question number 4. So 3 to 4 examples are there, just you have to try it yourself. So this is all about the question number 3 and 4 of the exercise 1.3. In next lecture we will see the next question, that is question number 5. Thank you.